Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TPM5 here, back again with another NBA video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a preview of the Western Conference semifinals between the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. The Phoenix Suns beat the Los Angeles Lakers in 6 games, with Devin Booker having 33 points at halftime, with a scorching 87% from 3. In this series, the Phoenix Suns controlled the Lakers partly because Anthony Davis was injured, and that the Lakers lineup was rather inconsistent, with Andre Drummond rarely featuring in the final game. The Phoenix Suns were led by Devin Booker, who averaged 26 points, 5 assists and 5 rebounds per game, with the last 2 games of the series being his best in the playoffs so far. DeAndre Ayton was also an impactful player, as he averaged 17 points and 12 rebounds, and Chris Paul, fighting through injury, averaged 9 points and 7 assists per game, as he was battling that shoulder contusion. In what was their first playoff series win since 2010, the Phoenix Suns controlled the tempo in the last 2 games and overall were the better team in the series. This is due to many reasons, but we do have to applaud them as they kept the Los Angeles Lakers offense to a very little impact in the last 2 games. But now they face Denver, which is a relatively more healthy team. However, the Nuggets are missing Jamal Murray, so it weakens their guard spots, although Monte Morris had a good series. So it gives the Phoenix Suns a good chance to win back-to-back playoff series for the first time in more than 10 years at this point. The Phoenix Suns during the regular season were ranked 7th in the NBA for offensive ranking, which is obviously very good, as that offensive rating stood at 116. And on defense, they weren't terrible either, as they were 6th in the NBA as well. And they showcased their ability to defend in the playoffs against the Lakers as well, as they held the Lakers to less than 100 points per game. Meanwhile, they scored over 100 points per game against what is, and for most of the year was, one of the better defensive teams in the league. The youthful Phoenix Suns that finished 51-21 for the year will be riding a confidence boost after beating the reigning champions of the NBA. And against the Nuggets, it will be important for them to ensure Chris Paul's healthy, and if Devin Booker can keep this productivity that he's had in the first series, with the obviously above 27 points per game after Game 6 finishes, it'll look highly likely that the Phoenix Suns can push this series to beyond 6 games, and they can compete against a team in what could be Chris Paul's best chance to win an NBA title. The Denver Nuggets are a great offensive team, however the Phoenix Suns can match them. The Phoenix Suns in the NBA this year, as I said before, were ranked 6th in the NBA on defense, and the Denver Nuggets were ranked 6th on offensive rating. So it makes it a very equal matchup, and it gives them all the chance in the world to, have a close series, and I think that they'll be able to hold up against the Nuggets. During the regular season, they split the series against the Nuggets, winning 1 game and losing 2. Both the games they'd lost were in overtime, so they just show an ability to contend and play deep into games. Overall, the Phoenix Suns supporting cast has been great, and if they can continue that, along with supporting their quote-unquote big 3, they'll stand a big chance against the Nuggets. Now let's move on to the Denver Nuggets side of things. The Denver Nuggets beat Portland in 6 games after what was a grueling Game 5 win in overtime, overcoming Damian Lillard's 55 points to win the series. Jamal Murray is obviously missing, which is a big loss, but Monte Morris has stepped up and filled the gap somewhat. Monte Morris has been averaging 15 points and 6 assists, which is a welcome step up from what he was averaging in the regular season. Nikola Jokic has always been himself in this, although he hasn't been averaging more than 5 assists in the series. He's averaging 33 points, 11 rebounds and 5 assists per game, with 3 turnovers, but that comes with the territory as a passing player. The Nuggets obviously run their offense through Nikola Jokic, and players like Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon, along with a surprising step up from Austin Rivers, have provided Jokic with plenty of avenues to the basket and easy opportunities to create some offense for the team. Michael Porter Jr. is averaging 19 points and 7 rebounds per game, as he is rather inconsistent, but on his good days he'll be enough to boost them to a win, as he is that X factor on the team. The Denver Nuggets are obviously a very strong offensive team, and as their well-documented issues on the defensive side of the floor throughout the year, they did manage to come 11th in the NBA in terms of defensive ranking. That's important, as the Denver Nuggets beat the Portland Trailblazers, who were ranked 2nd in the NBA in terms of offensive rating, so they've shown an ability to outscore their opponents even though they have a lackluster defense. Nikola Jokic had a slow start to the Game 6 clincher. However, his ability to get back into games when the odds are against him will be a key aspect in this Phoenix series as well. As DeAndre Ayton could have his number just like Dwight Howard last year, but Jokic could overcome that, although Ayton is obviously a better player than Dwight Howard at this point. The Nuggets don't quit, and they came back from a 3-1 lead, trailing a 3-1 deficit against the LA Clippers last year. And even if the Phoenix Suns believe they'll win, the Denver Nuggets won't drop their heads like the Lakers did. My prediction now, I believe the Denver Nuggets will win this series in 7 games. It'll be a close, hardly contested series, but I think the inconsistency surrounding Chris Paul's injury and him not being up to 100% will probably cost the Phoenix Suns, as in the guard spots is where they have an advantage, and if Chris Paul isn't at his best, that is a big issue. Now that's the video, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also comment your predictions as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace out.